Hey, fourth grade. Today we're going to be going over some rhythms. So we are going to take our rhythms, which are long sounds, short sounds, and silences. And we are going to go over what they're called, what they sound like, what they look like, and how you can draw them. Let's start with an oldie but a goodie, the quarter note. So for my quarter note, repeat after me, please. Quarter note. One sound. One beat. Ta. Quarter note. One sound. One beat. Ta. To draw a quarter note, all you have to do is have an oval, then fill it in and line up. This oval is called a note head. A quarter note has one note head. It also has one sound. Next up is eighth notes. You may notice that there are two note heads and two sounds. That's very much on purpose. Repeat after me. Eighth notes, two sounds, one beat, T, T. Eighth notes, two sounds, one beat, T, T. To draw eighth notes, you start with an oval, oval, fill it in, line up, line over, line down, oval, fill it in. Now, how many note heads do you see in this quarter rest? Trick question! There are no note heads because there are no sounds. Zero sounds, zero note heads. Again, that's on purpose. Repeat after me. I'm going to do this one quietly because it's a rest. Quarter rest. No sounds. One beat. Rest. Quarter rest. No sounds. One beat. To draw a quarter rest, here comes my favorite lame joke, you guys. To draw a quarter rest, it may look hard, but it's not. Because a quarter rest is not hard. It is ZC. Ah, get it? Because it's a Z and then connected to a C. Whatever, it helps you remember how to draw it. So to draw a quarter rest, start with a Z and then add a C. If it's not perfect, don't worry. Don't freak out if it doesn't look exactly like this. As long as it's some semblance of a Z and then a C, I'll know what you mean. Next, we have a half note. Repeat after me. Half note. One sound. Two beats. Ta. Half note. One sound. Two beats. Ta. So for our half note, you may notice that we still have an oval because we still have one note head for one sound, but it's not filled in. That's how we know that it's a half note and not a quarter note. So to draw a half note, all you have to do is have an oval and then a line up. That's it. Next up is the half rest, which again, there's no note heads because there's no sounds. Half rest. No sounds. Two beats. Half rest. No sounds. Two beats. half rest, start with a line, and then have a box above it and fill that in. The box is going to be above the line because it's only half full, so it's floating above the line because it's only half full. I think it's funny that the longer the note is, the easier it is to draw, because a whole note, again, has one note head, but that's all it is. It's just an oval. That's nice and easy to draw. So repeat after me. Whole note. One sound. 4 beats. Ta. Whole note. Sorry, I almost forgot. One sound. 4 beats. Ta. So our whole note is just going to be an oval, and don't worry about making it a perfect fancy oval like this with the extra on the sides. If you have an oval, I'm going to know that you mean a whole note. Now a whole rest, again, no note heads because there's no sounds here. And this time, instead of the box floating above the line, it's whole and full. So it's going to sink below the line. That's how you know the difference between a half rest and a whole rest. The half rest is going to be above the line. The whole rest is going to be below the line. Repeat after me. Rest. Sounds. 4 beats. Ta. Rest. Sounds. 4 beats. Then we get a dotted half note. When the half note gets a dot, it gets an extra beat. It still only has one sound because it still only has one note head. But because of that dot, we get an extra beat. So repeat after me, please. Dotted half note. One sound. 3 beats. Ta. Dotted half note. One sound. 3 beats. Ta. Drawing a dotted half note isn't hard because first you draw a half note, which is an oval and then a line up, and then you draw a dot. A dotted half note is a half note with a dot next to it. That makes sense. Last rhythm we're going to go over today is 16th notes, which you may notice have 4 note heads because they have 4 sounds. And instead of having one bar at the top, like 8th notes have, they have 2 bars. That's the main way you know it's going to be 16th notes, because there are 2 bars at the top. So repeat after me, please. 16th notes, 4 sounds, 1 beat, ticky ticky. 16th notes, 4 sounds, 1 beat, ticky ticky. And when you draw them, I like to start with the outside two and then fill in the middle two. So I do oval, fill it in, line up, line way over, line down, oval, fill it in, line down, oval, fill it in, line down, oval, fill it in, second line on the top. Don't forget that second line, because otherwise it's not 16 notes. Okay, friends, so today we went over a whole bunch of rhythms. You are going to choose 2 of these rhythms, and you are going to draw that rhythm, and you're going to label that rhythm. So on the next page, you're going to be asked to draw a rhythm. So if I drew this rhythm, I would draw a oval, fill it in, line up, and then I would say, hey, this is a quarter note. You get to choose 2 of these rhythms, draw them, and then label them. And then get away from the screen for a couple minutes and go do something. Go jump around. Go outside if you can. Go outside. I love outside. Go for a walk. Or at least bounce around. And have a good day.